Hi everyone, it's Luke here from LT Gaming, and today I'm doing a review of Ultimate General Civil War. Quick summary. For me, this is an incredible journey through the historical battles of the American Civil War, which was from 1861 to 1865, delivered in a tabletop RTS format. It's one of my favourite strategy games of all time. So, let's go for an introduction. Ultimate General Civil War is the follow-up to Ultimate General Gettysburg from 2014, and the spiritual successor to Sid Meier's Gettysburg from 1997. Both of these were excellent titles that I really enjoyed, but their narrow focus on one battle was somewhat limited, and you could more or less learn what the AI would do at any given stage of the battle after repeated attempts. To solve this, the developer expanded the scope to the entire Civil War, including 16 major battles and over 48 minor engagements. This alone was a huge undertaking, and the massive scope of the game deserves some serious praise and appreciation. For any fan of historical war games, this time period alone is a huge draw. The execution, I am glad to report, is also excellent. There is a huge campaign mode, historical battle mode where you can play from either side, and also a custom battle mode. There's no multiplayer unlike the 2014 release, however I have to praise the developer for focusing solely on making an excellent single player experience. In the era of online sensations, this is a welcome bit of quality for the single player orientated gamer. The campaign itself is a series of interlinked historical conflicts that are supported by minor engagements. Your success in these engagements changes the outcome and starting resources of each major battle. For instance, if you do poorly in the engagements leading up to a major battle, the enemy will be stronger, or your forces may suffer. To supplement this, as you progress, you can equip your regiments with new weaponry, and even experiment with some technology and tactics that would have been innovative for the time. An example of this is when I equipped certain regiments with better muskets and rifles, and this made them more effective in combat. Naming the brigade can also give it a personal touch, and you end up getting rather attached to these elite brigades in your army. This gives the game another layer of attachment and opportunity cost. Do you risk your elite riflemen to potentially push for an objective? Following on from this, most of the big campaign battles are extremely well done. This is the same for the minor engagements, though difficulty spikes can be an issue. Some of them seem downright unwinnable with the time limit given. This is a minor issue, and they are generally varied and keep the dynamic nature of the campaign alive. The scale of the minor engagements can be pretty large, with over 100,000 soldiers represented in some of the large main battles. This can be pretty overwhelming, but fortunately units are easy to command and generally do as they are told. The AI is competent and can put up quite a fight when cornered. This adds to the immersive nature of the game. There has often been times that with seconds to spare, my men have captured an objective with one last charge into enemy lines. Such epic moments happen often in this game. So let's talk about graphics. The graphics are great for what they attempt to achieve. Not as fancy as a lot of modern titles, but for me they do the game justice. Representing over 200,000 soldiers on one map is a difficult task, and the engine does a good job of this. The sounds of the era are great, and it's accompanied by a rousing soundtrack from the Civil War era. I also enjoy the arrows that emerge from your brigades when they are moving. This reflects many of the historical war maps of the time. I love that between battles in the campaign I can customise my army and even increase the size of my brigades. This is something that the enemy does on a regular basis, so you need to keep up. Equipping new items and weapons and experimenting with your brigades and army is all part of the fun. This part of the game I found to be extremely addictive, and the anticipation of the next battle was always there in the background. Once on the field, the battles are intense. Pressure slowly mounts as more and more brigades engage each other. You're always on the lookout for the next flanking manoeuvre that will deal the final blow and rout the enemy units. Unit casualties are presented at the end of the battle. This means there is always a challenge to try more and fight each battle more successfully. Ultimate General Civil War is a joy of a game, and I plan already to take another playthrough, this time as a Union. One last charge into the enemy lines awaits my troops. But don't just take my word for it. Kotaku stated, Ultimate General Civil War is basically an overblown sequel to the first game, using its success and everything developers Game Labs learned as a foundation to go and build something much bigger, and so far at least, much better. For me, this is one of the best games in a historical setting that I have played. Really does get the LT Gaming Masterclass stamp of approval. Go out and try it today. So thanks everyone for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this review of Ultimate General Civil War. Make sure to like and hit the subscribe button. We really appreciate all of your support. And as always, catch you on the next one.